Hi guys, this will be the round one commentary. I'll be playing off against TG Stun with zombies. Zombies is not a deck that people play typically on Tengu Plant. So I decided to take Necro's list and decided to square off against the meta that is core TCG. I think I would lose a die roll here. So my opponent here is going to activate the duality and revealing the Rush Rhino, Striker, and the duality. I think he contemplates whether he wants to get the duality here as he might already have the two other monsters in his hand. It looks like he goes for the Rush Rhino Warrior, so I wouldn't be surprised if he summons it, or he summons another monster like a Reborn Tengu to wall off his monster, to wall off the life points. So he summons the Tengu here, and he sets one back row. I draw into an MST luckily, so I'm able to activate the MST, hitting the bottomless trap hole. I'm going to normal summon the Zombie Master, and as I said before in the deck profile, Zombie Master's stats at 1800 is really good. On the attack declaration, I'm going to use a Maxi here, as I am playing against a stun deck, so the Maxi doesn't really have much value. So it's just going to be a fancy Upstart Goblin, so that I'm able to draw a card on the attack declaration. So he brings out the Reborn Tengu in attack position, and now he's going to normal summon a Rush Rhino. The bottomless is going to deal with the Rush Rhino, and now I don't have to worry too much about the Rhino to be able to get bottomless. So now I have the option here to attack over the Reborn Tengu here, and then there's no Horn of the Phantom Beast. I didn't want to commit too many monsters into a Torrential, so I'm going to do a T-set after that in main phase 2. He has to play here to... Oh, he didn't get his third Tengu, so it's likely that he drew the second one, or the third one. So I'm going to warning the Rush Rhino Warrior, and he's not going to be able to search because it never hit the field. So I'm going to attack directly with Zombie Master, not flipping over the Pyramid Turtle in case he does have a Torrential here, because I didn't really give him the chance to. So I'm activating the Maxi again when he normal summons the Tengu, and then he decides to go into the Guide of the Force of the Earth, and now he has a 2600 beat stick, and he's going to run over the Zombie Master. So I'm going to take 800 here. I draw into the bottomless a little late. I do have the Pyramid Turtle, so I don't have to worry too much about his monsters attacking me because the Pyramid Turtle can go up into the Spirit Reaper. The only thing I'm worried about here is if he activates a Skill Drain. The Skill Drain is going to feel really bad here. So I might warning the I'm warning the Werewolf here because I don't want him to float. And then the Pyramid Turtle is going to get into another Pyramid Turtle, I believe. I could go into a Spirit Reaper too, but I think I want to go into a Synchro play because I do have a Veiler in my hand. That'll be a more normal summon and go into a Catastrophe here. So I draw into a Solemn Judgment. However, I don't want to wait another turn for me to use Solemn Judgment, so I'm going to go straight into Catastrophe. Use the effective Goblin Zombie to search, and then I might get a Spirit Reaper here in the event that Catastrophe doesn't go through here. So let's see what I get. Oh, it looks like I get a Plague Spreader Zombie here. So the Zombie is probably going to be good with the Reborn. So I'm going to go attack into the Gaia. He's going to flip over the Skill Drain. That's going to feel pretty bad because I just crashed my monster. So I do have the option here to set the Plague. No, I already normal summon. So I have the option here to activate a Monster Reborn to get the Pyramid Turtle, putting it in defense position so they can wall off the attack of the Gaia, the Force of the Earth here. This way I can go up into the Goblin Zombie, or I can go into another Pyramid Turtle. I'm going to set another back row here until I try to find a way to get the Heavy Storm here. He doesn't summon a monster here, so that's good for me. So I'm going to go into Pyramid Turtle, I believe. No, it looks like going to Mizuki. So I do have the Plague Spreader Zombie in my hand, so if I normal summon the Plague Spreader Zombie, I can go into a level 6 Synchro monster. But that feels kind of scary to me. But I'm going to do it anyways. Synchro summoning into a Bryanak or a Orient Dragon. Or I can go to Revive King as well. So Revive King hits the field here. The Mizuki can revive the Revive King Hades if this gets Torrential here. But I can't imagine him wanting to Torrential this board because the Revive King Hades is only at 2450. So I think I'll let this resolve here because I do have Mizuki to banish itself to bring up a Tomb Eternal again. And this is going to wall off the next attack. So I do have a steady supply of Pyramid Turtle walls because I do have one more Pyramid Turtle in my graveyard. Looks like I activates Duality here. And he's going to go for the Dark Hole over the Vanity's Emptiness. So he's going to attack over the monster. Let's see if he activates the Warning. So he doesn't activate Warning here. So likely I'm just going to float into another turtle here to wall off the next attack. So having the 2 Pyramid Turtle was really useful in this tournament. So now let's see what I draw into. It looks like I draw into a Zombie Master. Still need to find a way to deal with this Gaia. I'm probably gonna just wait until I draw into another monster. I'm gonna bottomless the Rush Rhino Warrior, keeping the second monster offline so that he can't run over my monster. So I'm going to go with the Goblin Zombie here. So I'm gonna need to draw a level 3 monster to go into Trish, and it looks like I do draw into a level 3 monster. Could have been Tour Guide too. Summon the Spirit Reaper here is good, and then top deck for Plague is also good as well. I also have the Solemn Judgment to back this up, so I can prevent the Trish from dying here. So now I'm going to activate the effect of Goblin Zombie because it's mandatory, and I'm going to get another Spirit Reaper here. I think the Spirit Reaper is the last zombie monster in my deck, as I only have the 2 Goblin Zombies. I'm going to attack over the guy here and see what happens. He's going to deprison, and I'm going to Solemn Judgment here. So finally, the Guide of the Force of the Earth is down, and I have a 2600 monster. Now I have to find a way to clear the game. He only has 4,900 life points left, and I do have a Zombie Master I can summon here. Let's see if I summon it and start poking damage here. I think I contemplate whether I want to attack over this monster because I'm only at 1,400 life points, and if I attack the monster, he can get Rhino Warrior, and then Rhino Warrior, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I was afraid that he might get Striker. So yeah, so I pass on attacking here. Maybe that's not correct after all, because if I let him search, he would have gotten a monster. I don't think he would have gotten a monster that can clear my monster. So, oh, I see. So I was trying to play around the dark hole, and I didn't want him to get a Rhino that he can attack me directly with. So, little do I realize he does have a Rhino in the graveyard already. So I should have checked his graveyard because the dark hole didn't really matter too much, because he would just get a Rhino, a Werewolf, and that only has 1,200 attack. So I definitely should have done that. So now I make the desperate player to summon the Zombie Master, and draw into an enemy controller to put the monster in defense, and the MST's in defense. So, so he did draw the MST for turn. On the turn, I decided not to attack. Had I did attack over his monster, he would have searched for a Werewolf, Dark Hole the field, and then summon the Werewolf attack, and then I would have summoned a Zombie Master um, attack of the Werewolf. He takes 600, and so the only thing that kills me is if he ever draws a Barbaros, in which he did. So, anyways, knowing that, I'm gonna go into games 2, taking out cards like Maxi, which is a fancy upstart goblin. If he only if he has Reborn Tengu, and I'm also gonna sign out the Veiler too because I don't really want Veiler. I'd rather have removal cards, so I definitely side in the Deep Prisons. I think I side out the Tragodia and side in the Gores instead, because Gores has a base stat of 27, and Tragodia doesn't. Because if skill drains up, Tragodia is a 0 attack monster, so I decided to do that play instead. So I'm contemplating whether I want to take out more cards. I think I take out, yeah, it looks like I took out a Book of Moon by the looks of it. Yeah, and a double Trag. So all the Veilers are gone and double Maxi is gone. So let's see if I have 40 cards in my deck. I contemplated taking out the Smashing Ground. I don't know if that's correct. Smashing Ground can deal with Barbaros, so I definitely keep that in, I think. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go into games 2 now. So I'm on the back foot, so I had to pretty much recover from my first round or from my first game loss. I'm gonna draw a turn. I'm gonna summon the Tour Guide first, go into the Sangan here, and most likely I'm going to overlay into a Leviathan Dragon, detaching to go to 25. That's most likely what's gonna happen here. Having a 2500 beast stick is good because now none of his monsters can run over my monsters unless he has one of the Phantom Beasts with the Skill Drain or with Rhino Warrior and Barbaros. So he dualities here. He sees a Smashing Ground and a Mirror Force, and surprisingly to me, he takes the Striker. And yeah, I was pretty surprised that he took that. Maybe he's starved on monsters, so I think that's why he does take the Striker. And he also has a Smashing Ground, so I guess he already has Smashing Ground, which is why he probably bypasses it. So I draw into a Debunk here, so I'm going to summon the Zombie Master, and then I could attack over the monster, then out his deck, and then the second Tengu will be destroyed by the Debunk if he decides to Synchro Summon here. But I don't think he's going to Synchro Summon. I mean, he could. He can summon the Striker that he got off the Duality, and then he can trigger the ability of Reborn Tengu, and that can debunk there. But it looks like he's just going to set 2 and pass. I draw into another MST, so I do have the option here to activate double MST before anything happens, so I don't walk into a Horn of the Phantom Beast. I hit a Dark Bribe, and then I hit a torrential. So I'm gonna summon the Plague Spreader zombie, and then I'm gonna go into the Revive King Hades here. So not sure why I do this because I do have the debunk, but maybe I want to save the debunk for later. I do have 4 darks in my graveyard, but I don't want to special summon Dark Arm just yet. So I was calculating damage here, and I don't have lethal yet. So I go into battle phase, attack over. He's going to take the 750, and then he's going. I'm going to pass turn here with the Dark Arm and the Monster Reborn in my hand. So now he has to find a way to deal with the Revive King Hades without using Skill Drain because he doesn't have it yet. He could theoretically draw into it, but it's very unlikely that he would. So he's going to special summon everything, and then he's going to go up into the level 8 Synchro here. So level 8 Synchro, he can go into a Stardust, Scrap Dragon, Colossal, whatever. And he's going to go into the Stardust here. I'm going to take 50. So that brings my life point down to... I'm not too sure. So we're going to revive this. So we try to check math here. Leviathan Dragon ran over the tour guide. Or the Reborn Tengu. So yeah, we revised it back to 7150. So I'm at 7150. No, I'm at 6250. He's at 7150. So I do have a way to deal with Stardust here. So first things first, I'm going to revive the Revive King Hades. A really cool play, by the way. If you put Revive King Hades into circulation, it means that I can book a life it, which is really nice. This is a play that you can do in Edison as well. So I'm going to special summon the Dark Arm here, and then I'm going to attack over the Stardust, and then I'm going to attack him for 18 and 2450. So I'm going to pass here without making other plays because there's nothing else I can do. He's going to Avarice away his TG monsters, and then he's going to draw 2 cards here. Hopefully he doesn't draw into a Dark Hole. Otherwise, I'm pretty much losing a lot of advantage here. All I have is a Plague Spreader zombie in the graveyard, so hopefully he doesn't draw into anything pretty nasty. If he does draw a trap card, my Dark Arm can deal with it. He's going to summon the Barbaros here, and he's going to pass without attacking. I think he's afraid of Deprison, that's why he didn't attack. Otherwise, the Barbaros could have dealt with the monster. So I'm using Dark Arm here. He's going to change the Skill Drain, and I top deck into a Heavy Storm, and that's going to win me the game here. So good top deck on my part to deal with the Skill Drain. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to deal with the 3000 attack Barbaros. So there's no Colossal Fighter in my graveyard, and even if I did have Colossal Fighter, it wouldn't get the attack boost anyway. So I could have top decked for Plague Spreader, but that wasn't going to do anything. As Revive King Hades and Plague Spreader doesn't make anything too important. It's only if I have like Red Dragon Archfiend in my extra deck that I'm able to attack over the Red Dragon Archfiend with Skill Drain up. But this deck doesn't play Red Dragon Archfiend, so it was a good top deck for me to see the Storm. That was another out I could have had too, but again, it was, yeah. So we're going to go to game 3 now, and I'm going to be going second against the TG deck. Hopefully he doesn't draw into too many trap cards that I can't deal with. He sees a warning in a Horn of the Phantom Beast here, and those cards are really good because then he can just essentially just wall off a lot of my summons. He's going to add the warning to his hand, and he's going to set 2 and summon a monster. I believe that's what happened. So he summons a Barbaros here, and he's going to set 3. I'm going to do Smashing Ground to deal with the Barbaros, and I'm going to set the Pyramid Turtle. He's going to MST my set, and then he's going to attack over the Sangan. Sangan's going to get me a Search. Likely I'm going to get a Pyramid Turtle, I guess. Yeah. So if he does have the Skill Drain here, the Pyramid Turtle can just float into another monster, so I'm not too worried about this Pyramid Turtle. I do luckily draw into a Heavy Storm, so I'm going to shotgun the Heavy Storm because even if he does have Starlight, I don't really have a way to deal with those other 2 back rows. So I set the Pyramid Turtle. He Solemn Judgments after he Heavy Storms. He's going to attack with one of his monsters. Let's see if he has Horn of the Phantom Beast. I know he does have Solemn Warning, and he's going to negate the Pyramid Turtle here. And so the Solemn Warning is going to negate my monster, and then I'm going to be able to drop the Gores here and bring out a token. So he gets to draw a card off the Rhino Warrior, but he didn't draw into a trap card, so it tells me he might have a hand trap or something. I do have a lot of plays here, so I can tribute for the Kaius here to target the Rush Rhino Warrior, and that's going to banish it. And I also have the Book of Life to put more damage on board, since he only has 2,000 life points. That's not going to be enough, though, because assuming he has all the Tengus, it's not going to be enough. So I'm going to crash the Pyramid Turtle, taking the 500 and bring out the Zombie Master. And then I can attack over the Tengu. He's going to take 1,000 here, and so I can just attack over both the Tengus here. So that walls off both of the attacks, and then let's see what he does here. Oh, with only 1,000 life points, I use I use a Mizuki. Oh no, I use Book of Life. No, I use a Zombie Master to revive the Pyramid Turtle by discarding the Plague Spear Zombie. So he's gonna go all the way up into a Black Rose, I believe. Yeah, and I do have a Mizuki in my graveyard to go into the Zombie Master. Okay, so yeah, it looks like I win game 3. So that was round 1 of the Swiss of using zombies. So yeah, so even with my rough game 1 start, I was able to clutch my way back into the game and then win the match. So yeah, so don't count the zombies out yet just because they get controlled out. So yeah, we're gonna go into round 2 against Malefic Cyberin Skill Drain Beat. So stay tuned for that.